Hello, this is Steve Malone with Compass FX. Hope you're doing well today and you're getting some good trades. Well, today, taking a look at this pound Swiss, I'm reminded of Ralph Cramden of the Honeymooners, played by Jackie Gleason, telling his wife from time to time he'd say, "To the moon, Alice!" Well, to the moon today, the pound Swiss took off. Today I was trading other pairs, so I didn't catch the pound Swiss making this big move, and by the time I caught it, it had already moved beyond its average daily range and continued pushing higher, from a low of about 143 today, pushing all the way up to 145. Well, part of the move today was seen in the pound dollar making a push up as well. It made a very strong move up. Here it made about a 50 pip pop up right after a move to the downside off of some news related to the marketplace. From nowhere we get this pop, and then we just get this continual grind higher. Now the pound has come back some and kind of settling a little bit, and the Swiss just now starting to come back over a little bit. It had a good push up today due to the FOMC news that came out that gave a little bit of the movement up in the dollar Swiss. Also, it doesn't hurt that the Dow moved 200 points to the upside today. That has helped create this strong move up in the pound Swiss. But don't think for a moment that to the moon Alice is always going to be the play. Eventually it's going to fall back down. And what my suggestions are, if you're the contrarian out there like I am at times, you just got to wait for the setup. Sometimes I act a little bit prematurely and jump into trades maybe too early, seeing potential setups. You can look for divergence, you can look for other things, but be aware of what price action is doing. And you may have to check these other pairs. If the pound dollar can pushes back up, we could see this pound Swiss hold up here. If the dollar Swiss decides to bounce on up, we could see this pound Swiss remain to the upside. So let's go out and take a bird's eye view of what's going on in the pound Swiss. You can see this dramatic move up. Now this right here is about the 1st of March. Right in here, about March 2nd here, it had a nice push up, a little pull back down, and literally in one day we make a push that covered what took 2 weeks to get to. And the retracement here, a pretty well standard retracement, right to about a 618, but just a blast of a move to the upside caught a lot of folks off guard that the pound Swiss made such a strong move up, going all the way back up to the highs here near that 145. You step out a little bit further in time, and let me show you what we have right now. You can see that the pound Swiss has moved back into the middle of a range that it had back a ways here. I can scroll across and you can see that it was in this range here for quite some time. Look at that. This goes all the way back to November back here. So we may be bouncing around up and down in this range. We may push up to the 146, 147 area, but such a strong move in one trading session. This is the U.S. trading session that took place today. Pretty much a big move like that, I'm expecting a fall back down. Going back to the pound Swiss 1 hour chart, I just want to show you that what I like to do is come in here and I like to just simply take some calculations here. I like to look at what's the 23.6, what's the 38.2. Those are going to be levels I'm going to look for the market to roll back down to. Also, I'm going to start looking for levels of confluence based on what price has done before. You can see right there is a high point. You can see the market came down to that at 44.51 right there, and then made that strong push up later in the afternoon here. Going back a little bit more in time, see if there's any other levels. Well, the level that we're at way up at the top here, that level. So we may be bouncing back and forth in this area here. If we push below that, you can see there's a level right back here, that low right there, which is going to put us right close to the 38.2. So what I'm going to be waiting for as we go into the Asian session, into the European session, I'm just going to wait for a potential rollover. I'm going to wait to see that there's a reversal situation here. Maybe we get an inside candle after this big move up. I'm also going to be watching what the pound's doing and what the Swiss is doing. With both of these showing some potential downward movement, we could literally see this pound Swiss start moving down. So make note, if you're up here around this 145 level watching this, we could see this drift back down back to the 144.50 level, then on down possibly to the 44.28 level. Well, folks, this is Dean Malone with Compass FX. Just want to remind you, when you see these type of ambitious moves in the marketplace, these to the moon Alice type moves, and you're not on the bandwagon, don't worry about it. It's going to play itself back. Oftentimes, the market's going to do that. They made a big, strong move down here and then bounced right back up. I suspect we're going to see a move back down. Just have to be patient for it. Well, folks, y'all make it a great day. Get some good trades. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.